Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 75, 175 in fact. 100 plus 75, 175. This is my Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm IVATOPIA, and let's get on with it. We're asking this patient some questions about them Animant Arstro and that. And also we found out that she's a nice person in general. But then she was doing some scenes for a posh person with a lovely dress, you know, a noble. She shouldn't have had an awakening. Well, in a past life, she used to be a noble lady, and everything tasted bad to her, rotten her. You know, the little rooms felt too small. And she said she checked herself into basically a sane asylum, sorry, so to speak, to try and get help with her awakening and that. Or she would have basically been breaking into her high-end estate and ordering servants around. And she said answer is really good, why she came here. He then apparently was going to help the Hollowborn with his experiment. There's some kind of accident, something happened, he locked himself away after he tried to demonstrate it to people like a showman. So we don't know what quite happened to him, and I think he's since then started experimenting on people that he shouldn't, so he's kind of gone insane. But we're going to find out. You know where I might find him? I think I've seen him around today. Have you checked the laboratory? It shares a wall with his office. He's been spending most of his time there lately. Have any of your patients here been acting unusual? Well, there's Baradrax, who relives a murder she committed more than 5 lifetimes ago. Idleman, who they say only has half a soul and who was found collecting the faces of others because he believed his own to be a false one. Okay. Graham, he speaks in a language no one understands and wails at night sometimes. Different from their normal behaviour, I mean. Well, yes, I suppose, but nothing they didn't volunteer for. Master Erzon let us know that a number of patients in the North Ward had volunteered for a new therapy and would be escorted to the laboratory to receive treatments. Okay, when you say he let you know they volunteered, I don't think they volunteered, they were just escorted there. But we'll find out. The North Ward has our most troubled cases. I'm glad some of them have chosen to get help or been forced, but I digress, I'll carry on. It seems to me it's gotten quieter over here since it started. Would I be able to visit the North Ward? They like to keep them separate. I don't know that I've ever seen a guard allow a visitor, just Master Erzon. You might ask him, he's very sympathetic. She said I have permission to actually visit him, so I should be able to interview Graham in the North Ward. Guided? Sometimes we get people in here trying to make trouble for Animances. Okay, can I? Or will it class as a? I want to say, I don't want to say, how dare you steal that? Blah 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 blah. Come on, save. Oh, it's fine. I didn't care.
Just say the word.
Okay. The construction turns its head towards you and watches wildly. I got a feeling he's going to be fighting us on the way out, or if this goes wrong. You know, speak. You know, he spoke to say that. Oh, crap. Because he's heading north, I kind of want to look around too. I'm going to look after him or that particular Graham guy. What do you say before I go over here or anything? Keep your distance. Witches in that cell back there. We've had instances when people get close. Is this a cell? Spare room. What's this? The Ilthan Knoll is a group both fascinating and dangerous, an ancient druidic order. Oh, I'm a druid. Its beliefs fall well outside what the average person might imagine of druids. Though details are sketchy, the Elfic Knoll would seem to have originated in the White Mark. Oh, that's one expansion for this, isn't it? As the order itself consists mostly of dwarves. Oh, my guys are regular human. Traditional druids chants of Ilfric Knoll speak of the people as a collective whole that created a necessary balance through their strict adherence to the purity of their line. This has been interpreted by historical chronicles to mean that there was a time when only dwarves were allowed to be no, but not anymore. Oh, cool. Residing now in Twin Elms, records of Ilfracombe No date back to well before the settlement had arrived at its present name, and in fact some information places them in Twin Elms even before the Gallifreyans arrived. If this is truly the case, the Ilfracombe No are one of the oldest druid orders in existence. Their beliefs don't conform to what is normally viewed as a druid viewpoint. Sacrifice, blood, fire, and intense drive for a balance in all things, well beyond most druid standards. Sacrifice, wow. Prevent their rituals. Provided, whatever. Core to this is the dogma that if you want something from the universe, you must also sacrifice something into the universe to maintain the balance. Nothing can ever be received without something first being given. If you perform the sacrifice, your desires will always be saturated. The simplest example of the sacrificial balance, as explained to the author, went as thus. Say you are one of these elfin gnolls, and say you want your daughter's marriage to go well. You don't want problems, so you ask of the elders what you must do. You are told what the appropriate sacrifice is, and then you perform it. In this case, it could be as simple as throwing some coins into lava, giving the metal back to the earth. Sacrifice is something that is important to you, right? But the requirement is always different, and you don't know what is expected of you until you're asked. The more significant request, the more significant the demand. The most things of true value must be paid in blood. So, murder people basically. I was told of people removing fingers, toes, even whole limbs. I can remember. One farmer was ruptured to have sacrificed his youngest son. Seriously? Another good question many people have raised. Can you imagine that? What would you want? I would like good health for my son. You must sacrifice him then. Don't see how that works, but okay. So how's he gonna get good health? Well, he's dead now. Balance to everything. They could be tricking him in that case. I'm trying to get at. I was told of people removing fingers. Another good question many people have raised is in regards to the Gallifreyans. Why do they allow such a potentially violent, possible dangerous group to live in Gallifreyan? Why not force them out? Rumours are that No are able to make from an ancient recipe a unique war paint, apparently blood-based, and they are the only people in the world who can. The Gallifreyans, it is said, have come to believe this war paint provides tremendous advantage in combat, and the resistance of the No in Twin Elms is predicted on the fair trade of substance. What? And the residence of the No in Twin Elms is predicated on the fair trade of the substance. Oh, I think it's basically getting out. They get to live there, and they trade this stuff for other people for the fair. I think that's what it's getting at. Oop, I was trying to take it. My back. This was what he's on about with witches. There's no witches in here. Doggy, come on. There we go. Or cat, whatever I got at the time. It's not a door, is it? Kind of looks like it should be. There's a way in there. Yeah, okay. So this is to the witches. So I do have to go this way, but at least I know it's covered now. Unless they release them or something at some point. Construction stares at you through lidless eyes. I think this is what he's experimenting on, what's creating these. No visitors. Oh, great. So we need to keep him somewhere. Ah! I bet he's back there somewhere. Well, we have to take that groom anyway, don't we? So we need to find him. I've been hearing screams in the night. Good for you. You been?
Something over there.
Oh, thank you. The mushrooms. The children they keep down here, pure evil in their eyes. Pure evil. Nope, no one. They say they can't leave yet. Okay, it has to be this one. Probably in there. Oh, this takes me back to the start. Okay, yeah, so it has to be in here. Hopefully, Grimm's in here. Or whatever his name is that I'm looking for. Tortu. Freddy's not. Oh, I found the other guy. That's better. Interview Grimm in the North Ward. Okay, where's that? I've missed him out. Stay there. I think I've missed somebody. I did you, so you shouldn't be Grimm. Okay, there's no one in there. I remember doing you. We know where Thingy is now, but I thought I was going to take Grimm before I got to him. So I might change the quest, so let's just go up here to see if I missed a Grimm or Gram or however you say it quickly. I thought I was going to reach him before I got to that Azram guy. In here? No. So who's Grimm then? In the North Ward. Patient Ward, North Ward. Unless he's going to access me to get to this guy. Because I don't see him up here, so he's got to be. It's got to be. It's that key in it though, it's locked. He's in there. It's got to be Grimm's in there. So to Assy to get to him. It's got to be. If not, I don't know what clue I'm doing. But, so I believe it's got to be that. We'll go and talk to him and find out. So I've definitely not passed him. He's not in there, he's not in there, he's not in there, he's not in there. He's not around here. Okay, like B, speed him up. There we go. Lower it down. Okay, I'm gonna save. I wanna see if I can take that. Save the game once again. Just so he doesn't turn on me. How dare you steal my... whatever this is.
I can do that. That's settled.
It's fine. You didn't care. What's this? The copper wires and conductors are shiny. The device is warm to the touch. Something churns and bubbles on this tank. Ha 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 ha.
A simple test. That's settled.
The copper wires and conductors same as the other one. That's what I'm saying. Something churns, same as that. Okay. A round-faced, balding man turns to face you. His upper lip is pulled upward slightly by his pointed nose, exposing his upper teeth when he scowls.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, he said for me, thank you. Tell me you're not supposed to be doing any more experiments. I heard you were demoted. How did it happen? I'd like to access the North Ward. I'm looking for an experiment. Home with that one. Yes, well, Evermore hasn't done much good for anybody since he had his soul moved to an inanimate object. So I fail to see why I should let that sway me. If animators all followed the commands of their leaders, where would we be? We'll all be as backwards and willfully ignorant as ridders. We would know nothing about life or death or even ourselves. We would be lost in the dark with no clue as to why. I never thought it. I find myself in agreement with a statue, but everyone's right about this fella at least. He sneers at Harrison. How easily ambitious mascards as prudence. I bet he fooled even himself. And with that, we're going to end this episode here. So likes and all that good stuff. Please share. Yeah. Please share. I'm trying to say. That kind of came out right. Please subscribe. Hit the little bell. Please like it. Please just share. Why am I going to share? Share. Say the word properly. Share. Share. Share the video, please, and have a great time and a great day. And see you next week. Bye, everyone.